Yo, apparently this video right here, this one, apparently that's clickbait, even though the truck weighs 16,000 pounds. Interesting. People are pretty stupid nowadays, huh? Alright, this is probably going to sound like a broken record at this point, but okay, I'm at the shop again. We're messing around with this motor here. I'm going to be going over this because we're buying a truck. Hopefully we're buying a truck to put that engine in so I can sell it. So, we got AWOL'ed, it seems like. I had a company that I was going to lease under. We went and, did the whole insurance thing. He went and go check it out. Something's weird with the lighting in here with this camera too. He went to go check it out and, he went Monday, went to do the paperwork and whatnot. And then I texted Monday night. I was like, hey, do you want me to find loads a while? Texted Tuesday 2 or 3 times. And then today I texted and called and my phone just goes to voicemail after 2 rings. So I was like, okay, it's kind of weird. I was supposed to be back to work Tuesday. I would have loved to be back to work. Whatever. So yeah, pretty much I'm not leasing under anybody now. I had everything signed up, but it's weird because I can still sign in under their central and truck stop. So it's like they didn't change the passwords, which I'm not going to do anything with that information anyway. But it's just like, it's kind of weird. So it's like now I'm kind of stuck at home. So on the good news, I told you guys I got to do 60 hours of community service. I finally found a place. My lawyer actually told me about them. Dude, so we're redoing all this. So like it's messing with the lighting. But my lawyer actually found this place, right? I got to do 60 hours of community service. It was 50 or 60. I can't remember. I hope it's 50, but it's probably 60. They said that they would absolutely be able to give me every single hour. And I was like, yes. And they do like, it's kind of cool stuff. So we'll be able to do that. So I'll be able to get that out of the way as quick as possible. Like I don't mind long hours. So that'll be taken care of. But with me not working, all of this went and spiraled downhill. Basically, so ever since the accident, people were like, oh, you got paid for the accident, this and that, so it's not money out of your pocket. And anybody who says that just has no idea what they're talking about. So I got paid $7,000 to fix my truck, okay? I had a month off. The only money that I had as income source was YouTube at that point because I wasn't doing any like side jobs or anything like that. So I got $7,000, took a month off, and had to spend $11,000 to get my equipment back up to spec, okay? Went back out running again. Everything was going good. Everything's going great. I ran for, a couple weeks, and then the transmission finally goes out. That cost me about $8,000. So I'm going to tell you what, the white truck, for some reason, everybody wants to know what that thing costs. So you know what? I'm going to put it out there. That white truck, I paid $3,500 for, and I paid $1,500 to ship it. I paid $1,000 to ship my truck from Florida to Pennsylvania. I paid probably about another $1,000 for parts no, because I bought a tranny too. So I paid another $2,000 for parts and hotels and food, like everything just sitting down there. So $3,500, that's $5,000, that's $6,000. So about $7,500 to $8,000 out the door from me losing that transmission. Okay, that's how it is. But I do love the white truck, so I don't regret buying that. Now, I'm trying to recoup some money for that. Basically, $11,000 plus $75,000, $8,000. That's $19,000 that's out of my account that I can't recoup. So, only money coming in is the YouTube. If you want to see what my YouTube revenue is, go check out the live stream that I did the other day because people called me a liar because, oh, you don't make that much on YouTube. Shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. So that's why, it helps to be able to stay afloat and pay those home bills with that. But the problem is now we're kind of AWOL'ed and I have no idea really what to do. So I'm pretty much just at this point, I'm going to take care of the community service as I can. I'm going to hit up a few contacts, see what we can do, and we'll go from there. So I apologize, guys. We're not doing any hauling content, but I'm still trying to just keep my time busy. I'm still making money doing this. And the YouTube still pays, and as well as working on other people's stuff, that helps. But I'm not going to film some of the stuff that I do on the side because there's just no point. It's boring. But basically what I'm going to do today is we're going to give a engine teardown on this. We were able to verify compression is good on this engine, and that's about it. So that's all I know. Compression's good. So I'm going to get the injectors pulled. We're going to scope. I want to scope the cylinders. I want to check the rods, make sure there's no play in any of the rod bearings and anything like that, which there isn't, but I want to be able to show that. So other than that, it's probably, if somebody buys it before I buy a truck, great. If not, I'm putting it in a truck. So if you guys want to, send me a message down below, centralpalogistics@gmail.com, if you have a truck for sale with a blown motor. 2004, 2005, quad cab, doesn't matter if it's a long bed, short bed, but no dualies. So let me know. Aside from that, let's get this thing torn down. I'm gonna start, I do wanna get like the oil pan back off and just go from underneath there. So I got everything all sprayed out and whatnot. So probably re-gasket this thing before we throw it in an engine or in a truck, because you know it was leaking from the rear main, it looks like. All right, first crack at the top. I'll show you guys the bottom later, but get this one out of the way apparently. So, okay. Cool. So let's, I'm gonna pull the injectors out and we're gonna, you have a borescope, right? Cool, we have a borescope somewhere. So I wanna check down and see what these cylinders look like. So, let's grab the old impact. Now I need to get the injector harnesses too. I forget what size that is. I think that was an 8. All right, here she is so far. Pretty clean, if I do say so myself. So I've just been moving the injector lines out of the way. And yeah, so borescope the cylinders. I just gotta get the 24 mil off. I'm not pulling pretty much anything I don't have to. So we'll get all of those out, pull the injectors one by one, and we'll see how they look. All right, to pull that injector, it was this one right here, you do have to remove the intake plenum. So this gasket, well, I think it pretty much needs another one anyway, but there it is. So I'm gonna pull these out. Always leave these with the correct injector. So we'll set that down there. You guys can see that one's pretty clean. A little bit of rust on that one there. This one's pretty clean. This one's pretty clean. This one, pretty clean. So pretty much this one was the only one with a little bit of discoloration on it. And then number 1, that one's pretty clean. So get those off. Now I gotta pull each individual ones of these. Make sure that on the end there you keep this all together. Sometimes these little nubs fall off. So keep them with each individual one. Yes, I'll clean them when I put them back on, but it'll be all right. Sometimes they like to stick. Pull that off. Want to check each individual push rod as well, like I was saying earlier. People are gonna freak out because I'm putting these on the floor. Get over it. There we go. Number 4. If you have a problem with it, you should have bought it. Alright, so here's where we're at. Trying to look down into the cylinders for what it is. It's like you can see the piston top of like 2 of them. They actually look really good. I wish that, you know, the camera could see down in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But that one and that one there are like right at the top. So, there's all the injectors. Looks like he did say he put a reman one in. So, other than that, that's definitely all new. Oh, yeah. So, let's get going on that. Alright, so we were going through. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but. Oh, I see. Josh, can you spin that motor back over? So we were trying to find out, because I remember the owner said that this had a noise. So you guys can see that there is light right there, right? So I'm going to have him spin it over, and I'm going to show you what, there was a noise on number 3. Just
quick or slow?
Well, I mean, kind of like 5.5, because I mean, it was still using.
How fast?
One more. Okay, so now that the intake valves are open, you can see Let's see. Well, now I can't see light, so I don't know. So sometimes this valve is sticking right here. So it looks like it's completely closed right now. Keep going. I don't see any light now, but that's what the previous owner was complaining about, was that this cylinder had like a noise to it. And this engine looks so perfect, like all the way through. But that exhaust valve is not closing completely, it looks like. So yeah, that means that there's exhaust going back through the intake, creating a knocking noise, but it's been compression tested good. All the everything under here is good. So that's why I told people when I actually posted it, and I said it had a little bit of a noise, but since nobody wanted it, I guess we'll just we'll use it. So, but for some reason now it's now there's no light. Spin it through its whole cycle again. I want to see. Hold on. Go down one more. Stop. So the camera's not doing it justice, but this valve right here is staying open literally that much. It's such a tiny amount. So we're gonna pull the head, get this sent off, get it machine shopped, you know, whatever, get it straightened, redo the head gasket. We're gonna pull this head, so dissecting this engine, and we'll see what we see inside, but everything underneath has been looking great, so let's just get the thing pulled and go from there. All right, here's where we're at now. We're just getting all the stuff off, and I dropped one. Where'd that magnet go, Josh? Can you grab that keeper out of there? Grab that keeper. There you go. Need that. Okay, so basically, yeah, we'll just go over this engine and make it nice, I guess. Make it a lot prettier than what it looks like now. All right, here's where we're at. All right, pick it up. On. All right, keep going. There we go. Oh! Well, that sucks. Wow. Oh yeah. Number 5 is, wow, okay, well, if I'd have sold that like that, yeah, I would have definitely given someone their money back. Huh. So, a piston and, hold on, Josh, hold on.
Just leaving it there.
No, the valve should be all right. Get this gasket off of here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we'll get this gasket off of here.
Yeah, it just pulled off, or?
Huh. This only has 130,000 miles. Yeah, like I said, if I would have sold this to somebody, I'd have given you your money back. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. Wow. Guess it just goes to show. Still cross hatches on all the cylinders. So, number 3, this is the one with the valve that was being weird. So that valve might be bent. So we'll go over all the valves and get this thing pretty cleaned up. So, guess we'll just rebuild it and throw it in a truck. Unless somebody still wants it. If anybody wants this for some reason, make an offer, because if not, I will absolutely put this in a truck. All right. That's brutal. Keep going.
Here's the ring right there, isn't it?
What?
Here's the ring right there. Right here's your ring. Had detonation. Here's the ring right here.
That's just high EGTs. That's all that would be.
Fucking ring shot.
Yet another reason why I don't like common rails, because this motor does have 130 on it, and yeah, usually I've noticed with common rails, you either get them to last really, really high mileage or very, very low mileage. My 06 died at like 155, but I had like 3 broken cylinders, and then my 04 lasted like 438 before breaking 1 piston ring in number 1. So this one, it looks like we just had a valve, an exhaust valve in this one that it closed sometimes but not all the time. Like it was just a smidge. And then number 5 is burnt up. So we're gonna actually rebuild this, head studs, valve springs, and the whole 9 yards. Find a truck to put it in. So also we were cleaning some holes out, and whoops, so cleaning the walls up too. So other than that, yeah, everything's all lined up. We got up here is each one of the injectors for each hole. We got the push rods, the head bolts, which we're not going to reuse, and the rockers. So all that stuff. And like I said, with these rockers, like you want to make sure that every one of them has that little nub on the bottom, because they do go missing. I've had them go missing on my 04. It's just one of those things you got to pay attention to. So it looks like all of these are on there. So don't lose them, because you can pick this up and actually pull that down. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're working with. So semi trucks, 04, 05 quad cab, long bed, short bed, doesn't matter. Make sure it has a blown motor, and just, I don't want to spend a ton of money, but you know, see what you guys think. All right, so that's pretty much gonna do it. Like I said, let me know if you guys, anybody interested in this, because if not, then I got to do a little bit more work, which kind of sucks. But especially with being AWOL'ed on the whole leasing under a company thing, that kind of sucks. It is what it is. It's, you know, I mean, it's not a small deal at all. So just a little bit more work. So hopefully maybe we make some money off of it. If not, still got to build this tranny right here. So we're going to build that for the white truck at some point. So that's coming. What about it?
You're gonna go over that and fix the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
That motor replacement.
So no, we're not selling the motor. We're putting it in a truck and then selling the truck. So this is going in a truck, and yeah, we'll go from there. But it's we need to replace a piston. All the cross hatches are all there on every one of them except that one. So we're gonna replace the piston. We're gonna redo the cross hatches, redo that cylinder, pretty much go over everything. And yeah, we're gonna go over all of the valves, redo the whole head, just basically new parts galore. We have a budget for how much we want to throw into it. So, and then yeah, so clean out pretty much all of like the coolant stuff and like all the ports. So this thing will be done a lot nicer and a lot less rushed than the other ones. But at least this I'll make money off of, whereas like the white truck I don't get to make money off of yet. So. But yeah, and then all the parts that were scarfed off of it, like the sensors and whatnot, we'll just take from the other motor out of whatever truck and go from there. So not too bad. Just kind of sucks unless somebody wants to make me an offer on this stuff. I mean, I'll probably, at this point, knowing that everything's bad or like it needs a cylinder, I'd probably let everything go for like $1,500 just to get it out of here. So let you guys make that decision. If that's something you guys want, let me know. If not, like I said, it's not a big deal for us to go through it. It's one of those, and if I would have sold it like that and then saw that, you know, somebody said, hey, this isn't right, yeah, to offer them their money back. So that's not, like, I'm not super worried about that, because I know, like, a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, you just going to sell a random motor. Well, I mean, the people that don't trust the honesty, I don't care about your opinion. But for those that if somebody would have bought it, yeah, absolutely, I'd have pretty much offered them that or seen what they wanted to do in exchange. So, but like I said, not a big deal. So I can only go off of what I was told and the stories I was given. And yeah, like I said, all we know is motor had 130,000 miles. That's what he was told. It was compression tested good. The ring isn't even broken. Like, I don't know. The cylinder itself, it's just weird. I don't know. It could very well have a broken ring. I see the top ring's not broken, so I don't know. But this one here was the one. It was open a small amount, so maybe it didn't make any of a difference, but it definitely was making a knocking sound coming out of the intake. I know a mechanic who put, or 2012 Ram 4500 I had a guy, you know, go over it and check it out, and when he put everything back together, he bent one of the push rods, and it was the exhaust side, so the exhaust side was always staying open. It was either the exhaust side or the intake side, I forget which one. One of them was always staying or one of them wasn't opening. So I'm assuming he bent the exhaust one because it would fire and then refire back out the intake. It was terrible. So we were getting a really big knocking sound out of that, but the top end. So I've seen it before. That's probably what was happening with that. So, and rant. Anything you want to put in there, Josh? No? Little red ram?
Little red ram? No.
When you start your YouTube channel?
I doubt it.
You'll make it when you become a hotshot driver.
I could.
Did you say you're a semi driver that wants to be a hotshot driver? Why would you want to do that? Company driving's terrible? Oh yeah, is it?
I mean, if you have patience, it's for you, but I don't like the restriction. It's not for me.
You don't like being stuck at 64 miles an hour?
68. I'd rather have the freedom. I'd even go slower if I had my own truck.
No, you won't.
It's just you got to keep it floored all day. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah, and you have
Like
cruise
you're
control.
set at one speed. You can't just. There's no cruise control on my job. It's just not fun.
Oh,
Just
well,
do
that's pretty much going to do it. Like I said, good news, bad news. The good news is we're getting our community service out of the way. Bad news is I'm unemployed. So, whatever. Let me know if anybody knows anything down in the comments. I mean, it is what it is. I've passed pretty much every one of my level 1s this year and never really had a problem with DOT officers. This guy, this dude. All right, see you guys. Peace.